This is Vigalantee The Hip-hopologist for ReasonForRhymes.com and also YourBlackWorld.com. Right now, we have one of the founders of Urban Outdoors, Mr. Wayne Hubbard. What's up? Welcome to the show, brother.
How you doing, my good man? I'm proud to be here with you.
All right. So, yeah, man, just wanted to talk about things that was going on, in entertainment this year. It's been a crazy year, but I wanted to really get back to talking about entertainers that are giving back. Like, you see T.I. is giving back in Atlanta, and as well as Big Boy. Do you think that artists nowadays feel a sense of urgency of giving back as opposed to how it was back in the old days when you see Michael Jackson take the forefront of doing things for the community and giving back? How do you feel that the stars of the day are doing when it comes to that?
Well, I really believe they are. For me, dealing with Urban American Outdoors, I've had the opportunity to see stars personally. We just recently had Isaiah Washington come in. Not only did he come in and speak to our youth, but he actually went out and donated food to different food pantries, women's battered shelters, homeless shelters here in Kansas City with us. And it was just really a proud thing to be able to see that here's a person who's from Hollywood, has been on the scene, and he's giving back. So definitely.
Okay. So when you look at things that's going on and giving back and the things that you do, in Kansas City, as you travel, because I know Urban Outdoors is a nationwide thing that you do, and y'all one of the few blacks to have a show like that. So when you go from city to city, is it more easier to get stars, whether it be rappers or entertainers, basketball players, or actors, to do things for the community?
Well, actually, in reality, it's amazing the love that we get. A lot of people know of us, and so when we go to different areas across the country, we get a lot of response. We get a lot of people who say, "Hey, how can we help? How can we support what you're doing?" So it is. Like I always tell a person, it's a blessing, the response that we get from different entertainers from across the world. Definitely with us being the only multicultural reality sports adventure show out there in the country, it's huge to see not only, and sometimes giving back is not just showing up, it's support, the words that they give out there. And so yeah, we've had a lot of love.
Okay. So do you think that when people say that stars or rappers or, athletes, do you think they get a bad rap, or do you think it's just something different? Like, when you see a lot of actors and rappers flossing and showing what they got, but then you wonder, do they actually give back in the community? And should there be something that we speak about? Because I always thought that no matter if you do it in silence, that's cool. You can do it without any, media covering it. But I thought, my thinking was always that if you did that, maybe other people will follow suit and want to give back too, and let that become the trend. As instead of people saying, "Well, I just do it behind the scenes." Wouldn't it be more useful if people did it in the open? What do you think about that?
Well, here's what I think. One of the things I do know, and even with me dealing with media and being in the media spotlight, people are always going to spotlight the things that's more controversial. It doesn't make it as a good story. Just like Rihanna just donated I think it was over $1.3 million to a hospital or something like that. You don't hear about that, but you do hear about all the other things that's going on. There's a lot of entertainers doing a lot of positive things out there that are not spoken about, and sometimes we need to shine the spotlight not only on the things that sells the story, but the positive things. The positive things. I think it's just as important to see us giving back as to see, when you think about Kanye West out there with his girlfriend. It's just as important to see when he's giving back. And those are the things that they don't show. I mean, to me, I want to see that. I want to hear that. Our youth need to see that. They need to see that positive light.
Okay. So that's the thing I believe too. I believe that it should be more spotlight. And I also believe that artists and things should push that. I think, one of my favorite lines is saying, I'm tired of seeing the village show up at the funeral, before the funeral, and do things. You know what I'm saying? You go, your young kids out here dying, and you see the church packed to go see the body, but nobody's out there in the streets. The same amount of people ain't out in the street to try to prevent that. And I think that as we go into 2013, I think there should be a more push for people to give back, not just for holiday seasons, not that just for, Thanksgiving and Christmas, because I always tell people, if I'm starving, feed me in January too. just don't feed me, just in that, and it helped me get off give me the tools to get off my butt so I can actually get out there and do something. And like I've seen firsthand what y'all do with Urban Outdoors. So I thank you, Wayne Hubbard, for coming and chopping up with us. So as we go out, how can people get in touch with you? And how can people get into your brand and what you're doing all across the United States?
Well, I always tell a person one of the best ways to see me is to go to UAOTV.com. You can always reach out to us at Urban American Outdoors on Facebook too. One of the things that we always like to say is we are not reactive. We are proactive with what we're doing. A lot of times people are reactive to the situation. Something happens and they want to react. We have to be proactive of everything we're doing. So to me, that's the key thing. So if you want to reach out to me, you can always do that. You can always email me at uaotv@aol.com. That'll probably be the best way to get a hold of us. And always much love to you.
Oh, yeah. Also, before we go out, because I know my big bro, well, I'm the big bro, and brother, Boris Watkins. Are you going to get him out there? You going to show Boris how to fish? You think Boris ready to go out to the outdoors and put on his hunting suit and shoes and boots and get out there and do his thing? You think he ready?
Let me say, and even if he don't want to do that, tell him I can bring him back and we can cook it up. Because that's what I do also. I like to chop it up also. So definitely, anytime he wants to get out in this urban American outdoors, tell him to give me a call.
Hey, boys, you hear it, right here. This has been Vigalantee The Hip-hopologist for reasonforrhymes.com and also Your Black World, and we're out.